Hey all, it's Monday, September 16th. Just wanted to tell you that Saturday, Pearl Flickinger came up and brought me some goodies. Thank you, Pearl. And then we went to Snoqualmie to get some food and beers and catch the Iowa State game. Well, that, as everybody probably knows, that weather thing screwed me up because I didn't get to see the end of it. Susan did text me and say Iowa won by 1, but I have no idea how that happened. Anyway, I planned on stopping at Mazama, which is about 100 miles from the border or so. But I got enough food I can make it to the border, so no more resupplies for me. I'm heavy, but that's okay, as long as I don't have to stop. It's been raining since I left Saturday afternoon from Stevens Pass, and my tent's leaking, and my sleeping bag is wet, which is the down sleeping bag, and that's not good. Kept waking up last night shivering, so that's the onset of hypothermia. But funny story is I wanted to buy fuel in Snoqualmie, and all I had was the big canisters, which is about that big. Mine are usually small, and it fits right into my jet boil stove. So I was kind of angry about that, but turns out I can, you're not supposed to, but I can bring it into the tent and heat up my tent in the morning or whenever I need it. And since I'm going to have excess fuel, I don't have to worry about running short. So that's what I did this morning, is I brought it in, warmed it up, and I was able to try and patch my sleep pad, which I've been sleeping on the ground, and that just sucks the body heat right out of you. But anyway, I won't know until tonight whether my patch worked or not. I just used some tenacious tape. I used some hand sanitizer to clean the pad off, and a lighter to dry it up as good as I could, and then stuck the tape on, and it seemed to work okay for now, but I haven't put any air in it. So anyway, I'm probably not going to be taking a whole lot of pictures because my phone is going to be off most of the time. I figure from Stevens Pass, it's about a 10-day hike. I'm going to try and do less than that, depending on the hike pretty fast when it's raining, and I don't have anything to stop and look at. This is it. I'm in the clouds. I need the sun to come out so I can dry out my sleeping bag and my tent. But anyway, by the time you see this, I'll probably be done, because I probably won't have Wi-Fi or cell phone until I get to the border. So anyway, if you're seeing this, I am done, and Susan and Pearl are working on arrangements to get me back home, either flying or rent a car. I checked on renting a car, and Hertz, who I rented from last year, and I can drop it off right there at Carl in Ankeny. It's like $900, and I can't do that. So we're gonna look at other options. Pearl said she'd come up to the border and pick me up, which is cool. It's just whether or not I can find a cheap rental or fly home. So I just soon drive home just to take that time to decompress a little bit and not have to deal with the airports and the crowds and the people. So that might sound weird, but I've been out here 6.5 months, and I need some decompression time. But anyway, I'll do whatever works out. I can decompress when I get home, I guess. So I will not be taking a lot of pictures. There's not a lot to take anyway right now because I can't usually see anything. But anyway, if you're seeing this, I'll be home soon. Hawkeye here. It's September 6th or 16th, I think. It's about 6:15 in the morning. As you can see, I'm hiking in the rain in the dark. The trails are muddy and slick. But it's been this way since I left Stevens Pass. It's been rainy, cold. Washington's fall and winter is here. Yesterday I hiked up close to a peak and it had fresh snow, and that's kind of what I was afraid of, is not getting done until, before it snows. But as you can see, maybe, hopefully you can see, it's pretty muddy and you gotta watch where you're going. But I've been hiking in this for the last 3 days. Today I've been doing 20s, but today I'm going to try and do a 30. I think it's doable. I was looking at the app last night in the map, and I'm doing a big downhill right now, and I think there's one big up and down, and that would give me a 30. So that's my goal. As of last night, where I camped, I was 120 miles away from the border. My goal was to get there as soon as possible. It's starting to get a little light. I got my headlamp on, but also have my flashlight on my camera, or on my phone, so you can kind of see, hopefully. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm not sure. Pearl Flickinger is checking on different rentals for me, and Susan's checking on flights, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. I was looking at the Manning Park Lodge last night, and it looks real nice. There's the hot tub. Boy, that sounds good right now. I've been getting maybe 2 hours of sleep a night, because I'm sleeping on the ground, and the ground is really cold. At night I can't tell the difference between cold and wet. Tent's leaking, so I gotta sleep according to where the puddles are. Anyway, One of Susan's favorite lines is "embrace the suck," but I'm getting kind of tired of that phrase running through my head. Anyway, if I get a 30, maybe 2:30s before I'm done, I can be done in like 4 days. So that's where I'm at. It's not real fun. Haven't been able to see anything because I'm in the clouds or fog or whatever you want to call it most of the time, and haven't been able to dry out my sleeping bag or tent because it's been raining. So hopefully I'll get some sunshine today and be able to get everything out and dry. That's all I got for now. It's getting light, as you can see, but you can't see nothing. Hawkeye out. Hey all, Hawkeye here. It's Wednesday, September 18th. Today I'm going to try, and as you can see, I don't have my rain gear on. First time in like 3 days I haven't had my gear on. And the sun was shining a little bit earlier. It's still cloudy, but it peeks out every once in a while. It's about 11:30. I'm gonna stop for lunch, but I was hoping to find a place that I could hang my tent and my sleeping bag and stuff and get it dried out. Everything's pretty wet. I haven't had a good night's sleep for about 3 days because I'm sleeping right on the ground, and it's cold, and my sleeping bag's wet. So just wanted to let you know that today I'm going to try and do a 30. I had about a I think it was about a 9-mile downhill to start the day. I camped pretty high, and it was pretty cold, that high elevation. I tried to get down, but it got dark and I couldn't go any further. So anyway, I got a 11-mile climb that I'm working on now, and then it'll be another 10 downhill. So put them all together, and that'll be about 30 miles. That should leave me with 90 miles to the border. So yay. There's a lot of hikers that are going to be stopping at either Stehekin or Winthrop or Mazama. I'm not going to. I was going to do a resupply in Mazama, but I decided I was shooting for the border. So hey, my hair's laying down. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, that is where I'm at today. I'm thinking that if I can do a 30 today and do 20 plus from here on out, I might be able to get to the border Sunday. So I'm in no schedule. Be kind of nice if we could line it up with Pearl to. She said she'd come and pick me up in Canada at the border, but she's got Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays off. So it'd be nice if I could get there Sunday at a decent time and she could pick me up. But I'll have to let her know. Anyway, that's all I got. It's not raining. Yay! Okay. So I just started sprinkling, and I've already got water. over the inside of my tent. I haven't touched it. It is soaked. I'm sleeping with a garbage bag over my sleeping bag so it doesn't get wet, which it's already damp. It has been for about 3 days. So it's really irritating. It's a little hard to sleep with a damp down sleeping bag on. Very disappointed in this tent. Hawkeye here. It's Thursday, September 19th. Got word last night from Susan that she's got a car rented for me in Seattle, which is cool. And I just made my night. And I'm gonna spend a couple days in Manning Park, which is a resort just north of the border in Canada. Just to relax and warm up mainly. Woke up this morning and my tent was froze. Had my rain gear outside of my tent, it was froze. My shoes are froze. My socks are wet and they were inside the tent, so they wasn't froze, but they're freezing now. It's about 7 o'clock. This is the latest I've got on trail for the last 4 days. Got a good night's sleep. I think a lot of it was the good news from Susan. It looks like it's clear blue skies. First time I've seen the moon last night for about 4 days, and I see no clouds in the sky whatsoever, so I should be able to get everything out and dry it out. Sleeping bag was wet. Rained a little bit last night before I got to sleep, and of course it was dripping in the tent. So anyway, Z-Pack's gonna hear from me, and hopefully they can do something about that. I don't know if you can see, but there's a fresh powder of snow up on top of the mountain up there. But that's my report for the morning. I didn't make my 30 yesterday. I was exhausted. I only made 20. So I have exactly 100 miles left to the border. I'm gonna try and do a 30 today. If I can get a couple 30s and then 2 20s, then I'll be good. But hopefully get there by Sunday. I think I got a room reserved for Sunday night, so that's my goal. Get there by Sunday. The bed will be nice. That's all I got. Hawkeye out. Hawkeye here. September 20th, Thursday, I believe. Yesterday I got 25 miles in, and that put me at 75 miles to the border. Bad thing is, it's 75 to the border and then 8.5 into Manning Park Lodge, where I'm going to go. So I'd like to get to the border Sunday and get there early enough to where I'm not hiking into the Manning Park in the dark. But if it is, that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. Yesterday I started fairly early, not really. It was about 7-ish. But I was coming down out of the mountain, finally seen the sun, and I was in an area where there's some big boulders and stuff. And that's the ideal place to dry your stuff out. So I stopped and got everything out, dried it out, which was awesome, but it took me about an hour and a half, which put me way behind for the day. So I got about 5 miles from campground that I wanted to get to, because that was my goal for the day. It would have put me at 25 miles. And I have a blister. Actually, it was a callus on the side of my foot that is turning to blister, or turned to blister. It's pretty bad. I think it was because from all the wet. My feet have been wet for a week. So I got to camp last night, fix something to eat, set up my tent, and drained my blister. This morning it doesn't feel any better, so I'm gimping, which sucks. I didn't want to end the hike this way in pain, but anyway, it is what it is. I gotta keep going. It's only 75 miles for crying out loud. Anyway, it's a pretty nice day. It's cloudy, but I think a lot of that is from the mountains. Don't have my rain gear on for a change. My shoes are fairly dry. They're not cold and squishy like they have been all week. So I've got fairly dry feet right now. Taped up my blister and headed out. So I'm gonna try and do 25 today, but out of Stehekin, it's a little town back a ways that a lot of people like going to, because they got a bakery or something that's really good, and no way to get there is to hike in or fly in or boat in. So sound like a pain to me, so I didn't stop. I'm not going to stop anywhere. There's two options I can go to up ahead, but I'm not going to. So anyway, my goal is 25 or better today, and get to the border Sunday. That's all I got. Hawkeye out.